Hi, I'm Struggle. Welcome to a list of 10 things that are not so obvious with Ozone 10. Alright, so Izotope just released Ozone 10, and with that, there are a few things that you are not going to catch at first glance. And the first one is a setting, I want to say a mode under the module Maximizer. So under Maximizer, we have a mode named RC3, and the flavor is going to be pumping. So that mode has survived from Ozone 5 all the way through to 10. So this is the behavior and everything's been kept just the way it was from Ozone 5 all the way here. And to demonstrate what that sounds like, I'm gonna take you to another tip. I'm gonna take you over here to the history window and show you that you can actually set your history items as A, B, C, D comparison. So I've already set the RC3 as comparison A. We're gonna set this one as comparison B. So all you do is you click one of the history items, and then you click set, and it'll set that as one of the comparisons. All right, so we'll do 3 for now, and then we can go and audition these different modes. So the next one is next one is gonna be the oversampling mode for the exciter module. So a lot of distortion and exciter plugins comes with aliasing. So engaging the oversampling will reduce the amount of aliasing you get with something like something that comes with a little bit of distortion and harmonic excitation, as they say. All right, but be careful engaging that, because it does tax your CPU just a little bit. So it's something that you keep your eye out for. But this is a cool module here, man. So we'll talk about it in another video. All right, so the next one is gonna be, I don't know if it's a bug or if it's something that's gonna come in a later update, but so I have a reference track selected in the background. So I have this reference track selected, and I just want to make sure everything stayed intact by going over there. So with that, I usually get if I were to come over here and click this option here and choose show reference spectrum, now I would now get 2 spectrums. I would get a spectrum for the track that I'm working on, and I would get another spectrum for the reference track. And if I play the song, you'll see that I only have 1 spectrum on the analyzer here, and it's not gonna show me the reference track. I don't know if this is something that's gonna come in a later update, but as of right now, it's not here. All right, so this was that, and you can also, if you flip over to digital, if you're in analog and you flip over to digital, you can change the phase relationship you can change the phase on that one band. You can go from linear phase, which is here at 0 phase, to all the way over here and everything in between, which they call at 100 minimum phase, which probably, I would just leave it at linear phase here if you're doing any mastering work. So that's that. The next thing you can also do is so you have two little symbols right up here, the circle with the lines. If you click that, it'll show you all your available bands, and if you flip over to this mode, it'll show you just your engaged bands. So you can just hover over them or click through them, and then if you run your cursor along this line as you go, it'll show you where you have available bands at. When this little plus sign shows up, that means you have one available band in this region right here. I know we have one here, and one there. All right, so that was that. And you can also, if you click anywhere here, if you alt click, you can solo this area. So if you want to sweep through the spectrum just to listen to these different bands while the song is playing, you can also do that as well. Let me give you a demonstration. All right, that type of thing. There's also another one. If you shift click any of these nodes or bands, it will lock whatever boost or cut you have, and then you can just sweep up. Is it shift click or click shift? Yeah, so now that boost amount or cut amount is locked. So you shift and then click. So I can just sweep through the frequencies. I can just hunt for that perfect frequency that I'm looking to cut right down here. Okay. I don't remember what that was. I'm pretty sure it was there. All right, so that takes us to the next thing, if I can find it in my notes. All right, so the next thing is I already shown you that you can show all the active bands here, and just you can show all bands and active bands. The next one is gonna be over here at the module, at the dynamic module, and this is gonna be this tilt function. So usually by default, when you open this module up, this dynamic module where you have your compressor and your limiter here, by default you get this, you'll get something that looks like this. But if you're looking to affect the incoming signal, the detector circuit, you can do all that here. You can bypass the incoming signal. You can actually engage a tilt function where you can tilt the EQ on the incoming signal, and there's an amount where you can really fine tune what that tilt look like. Okay. So if you want a demonstration, we can do one. I'll show you what this is doing to the bass. If I were to have this off and I played and then kind of like compress a little heavier than I would. So you can kind of, you really affect, you can do your bypass and tilt if you want that, if you want to affect the incoming signal that way. All right. All right. So the next one is gonna be over a stabilizer, which is one of our newer modules. It's gonna be the Tame transient. So if you really want to go to work on those louder transient, you can really do that here with this. So it's not engaged now, but I'm gonna give you a demonstration. So yeah, you can really hear it go to work on those louder transients, especially that guitar. All right, so we're gonna leave that one alone. It also has a cut function, which is nice. It reminds me a lot of the Goldfies EQ. I don't know if I have it on here, but it really reminds me of that plugin. All right, so the last one, certainly not least, is the sync function over the impact module, which is another one of the newer ones. So you can sync the release to the BPM of the song by engaging this function, this little music note, cliff note down here. Sync it. Is that a cliff? That's a what is this? Any musicians watching? Remind me what that is. Is that a whole note or a half note? I don't remember. But you can hit this here, and then you can change from whole to half triplet, quarter note, all the way to a 32 triplet. So I'm at a half. No, I wanted it to be at a quarter. So I'm at a quarter, and you can see the release as we get in compression. You'll see all these different bands represented by different colors, and you'll see how the release is just coming back musically on that half note, on that quarter note. Jesus. All right, let's go. Alright, so that's been all of it, but the bonus to me is definitely the soft clipping. And if you're thinking that your soft clipping highs, mids, and lows, if you choose any of these modes, you would be mistaken. So H is for heavy clipping, heavy soft clipping. Mid M is for moderate or medium, and L is for low clipping. You know, that least amount of clipping. All right, so that's pretty much been it, man. These are 10, 11 things that you are not gonna notice at first glance when you first open up Ozone 10. I hope I opened your eyes to some. I hope I opened your eyes to some new stuff that you didn't know about Ozone 10. I've been Fuego. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification icon, that way you don't miss any of these great tips on how to get your mix all the way up to par with the pros. Again, I've been Fuego. Catch you in the next one. Peace.